on back up to a forward fold stretch. So you guys bring the feet back in towards one another, forward fold, round up. It's your last little round up. Lengthen the arms overhead, extend the arms out wide, and then walk yourself on down into your very first plank of the day. So when you're extending yourself onto this hand plank hold, think about how strong you are in the core and your arms. So your palms push down, you're gripping with that nice planted high five as far as your hands. Take the feet so they're now the same distance as your palms are. Newer students, you can always modify by going to your knees. But now take into note, are your shoulders up in your neck? That's happening. Drop the shoulders down a little bit. Bend the elbows a tiny bit. Pull the belly button in tighter. Now we're going to take the right foot and bring it to tap the middle of your mat. So bring the right foot, tap the middle of the mat, back center up. The same thing with the left leg, you guys. So left foot tap, open. Then continue on that exciting adventure for your feet to tap in, open, tap in, open. So that little tap side to side. If you guys are having any problems with your wrists, come down to your forearms. You can do the same thing on your elbows. That just gets a little bit more for the upper body for this nice warm up for those arms. And this little tap in left, tap in right. There's 10 more seconds right here. Try to lift the chin up off of the chest. Think about your spine right now. It's nice and long. Abs are in tight. 4 seconds. Again, breaks are encouraged in 3, 2, and 1. Bring the feet back out so they're nice and wide, you guys. Flex the heels and then point. So I want you to feel that stretch. It's not like a chaturanga, but like I want you to think you're doing a slight little hinge forward and then a reach. So you're going to feel the arms and then those heels push back. 2 more. Lengthen. 1 more. Lengthen. Good, you guys. Then bring on down to your elbows. So your feet are still nice and wide for this one. Just hold that forearm plank. Pull the abs in on this one, and then I want you guys to go back in that tap in, open with the left and right. So the one foot's coming to the middle, open back out. Other foot's going to the middle, open back out. 15 more seconds for these little toe taps in. Again, modification, go to your knees and do a knee tap in on that right and that left. You're doing a really good job. So just keep breathing. Keep trying to do those nice taps. 5 more seconds. In 4, in 3, in 2, and 1. Bring the feet so they're now together. So you guys have the feet now they're narrowed in. Oh, hi, Mudge. Pull the belly button up and higher. Now lift the hips up an inch, down an inch. Hi, buddy. Little up an inch, little down an inch. Mudge, this is your cue. Do a plank. Mudge is going to lead us into our downward facing dog in 5 seconds. So you guys are going to come back up onto your hands in 4. Wouldn't that be awesome if you did it? In 3, 2, 1. Back up onto the hand. Oh, hi. And then I want you guys to walk the hands back. No, Bubba, that's chemicals. Bring your heels down and then let the head relax again into your downward facing dog stretch. You did something, you guys. When you're in this position, you can pedal out the knees so the top of your foot can stretch through on that left side. Top of the foot stretched out on the right side. You got 1 more time each side. And then let's get ready to come back on down. This time I want you guys to come down onto your elbows. So once y'all are in that elbow plank position, again, knees, anytime you guys, modify by going to your knees. Toes is harder, so just take it to wherever you can today. Think about tightening again the triceps, so the arms are squeezing back towards where your feet are, and then you're going to take the right knee and tap the mat. Pull it back up. Take the left knee, tap the mat, pull it back up. Now open the feet wider. Right knee, tap it down, back out. Left knee, tap it down, back out, and then go back in those feet, saying narrow. So it's 1 knee tap each side with the feet narrow. Open up the feet and hips, knee tap. So what we're doing is working around in the lower abs and those obliques when the legs are out wider, and you're balancing on those forearms, and the upper body is staying nice and strong for it. So if you've got to take a break, take a child's pose, chill out. We're trying to go for another 30 seconds right here, and as always, you need to bring the hips a little bit higher. If you feel like you're arching, take the hips up higher. Make the angle help you out so you can get stronger and not hurt your back. But we got 15 more seconds right here. Keep breathing. You can do it. And then we're going to all child's pose. That'll be in 7, in 6, in 5. Child's pose coming up in 4, 2, and 1. Knees come down, hinge back, extend so your butt is now onto your heels. Let your head drop down and just hold that nice child's pose. So just breathe. Take a second to extend out the arms. Hi, bud. Get some water if you need to. We're going to go into one more on this plank set, and then we're going to lay down. So, okay, guys. So bring it back up. When you're ready, if you need more time, take it onto your palms. Extend the right leg back. Extend the left leg back. Strong again through the arms, you guys. So the arms are pressing down. Relax the shoulders. Now, take the right knee, pull it under. Right elbow. Take the left knee, tap under. Left elbow. So it's a mountain climber. It's like you're marching, you guys. You're pulling the knee under to try to tap straight under from elbow to knee. Now we're going to go a tiny bit faster. I don't want y'all to go like super jerky where the hips are bouncing around, but I do want you to think a little bit more of picking the pace up. So you're here. Pull, pull, breathe. Strong on the hands, you guys. We have 10, 9, 8, 7. You got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it on down. After you guys have dropped it on down, we're going to do a very similar move with your laying down, knees pulling in. Hi, bud. To what's up with you today? To the chest. So lay down onto your backs. Hi. We're going to bring the arms right up here. Legs are going to come tabletop. One leg, pull, and then switch other leg, pull. So you're extending and lengthening out one leg at a time, pulling the knee back in towards your chest, reach, extend, and then reach, extend, reach, extend, and then keep doing it. You want to sit down, please? Come on, bud. Go sit down. Go put your head away. Go ahead. Go ahead. All right, guys. I promise I started the timer. So you're lengthening out and stretching. You're having a really good time. Lindsay, I hope that Huckleberry is not like completely throwing you off on your workout right now, just barking at Mudge. Hi. Okay. Go say hi, Lindsay. She's right there. Keep breathing, you guys. I promise there's more time for this. We're going to pick the pace up in 3, in 2. We're going to go a little bit faster. Here's your one, you guys, a little quicker. So reach, reach. If you need to drop your head down, please do it. But I want you to think that extension and that stretch. You're literally lengthening out throughout your torso for another 15 seconds. So stretch and reach, lengthen and extend. Try to point the toe as you stretch. Here's your 5. There is your 4. There is your 3, 2, 1. Good, you guys. Pull one knee in towards your chest. Let your head relax, and then take that into a little stretch for the hip flexor. So what I'm doing right now is stretching out and around on that hip, just a little circle. And then go ahead and take that extension and circle it out the other way. So you're just breathing easy on that little stretch. And then we're going to take and extend that leg across for your spinal twist stretch. So what that is for my newer guys, you guys that are going to put the heel on that opposite leg, then you're going to let that knee pull you over. So what we're doing is twisting here and wrapping through our spine. So you're going to get that lift up on the right glute. Once you guys have allowed that hip and that IT band to kind of stretch out from that side, extend your right arm out from opposition from where that hip and knee are going, and then try to push your shoulders down. This one's called a spinal twist stretch. You're breathing into the side of your torso that's exposed towards the ceiling, and then you're trying to push the shoulders down, so you're essentially wringing out your spine, wringing out. It's a nice washcloth. You're like twisting it, and it feels probably awful, but good for you. So 10 more seconds just to hold it. Thinking about that breath, and opening up the chest, twisting through. Try to push those shoulders back down. Here's your 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring yourself back center. Pull the knee in. Give yourself a little stretch here. And then lengthen out. Switch that leg. So your other knee is going to come up and in. And then go into those circles where you're pulling in from the hip. Just to open up a little bit more. This right hip flexor should feel delightful because it's now stretching out. And then go ahead. Take that little circle the other way. So pulling gently on the knee to bring that knee up and in closer to your collarbone. And then go ahead into that stretch. So that foot's going to drop down onto your other leg. lengthen out that knee and that hip first, and then once you guys have found wherever that knee wants to drop down or what your range of motion is, then take and extend that left arm or whatever your opposite arm is out the other way, and try to drop the shoulders down too. And just breathe. Take a second here. We're not doing these stretches for a ton of time today. I feel bad because it's also, well, Paul, you were a trooper if you're here today for your first time and you thought it was a stretch class. I'm like, oh no. And it's not really, I mean, it's like a little more, it's not like classic Pilates. Depending on the day, you guys, I try and switch up a little bit, where sometimes we flow more through things with less stretch, so to get the heart rate up. But today it's kind of mixed in with a little more stretchy stuff. But this still is not a ton of time for stretching, so know that the longer you're in these stretches, for all of you guys that I know are going to go back after and stretch longer, it does benefit you more to kind of open up and just pull on these stretches. You have 4 more seconds. But I mean, think about it logically. Like, you can't, like, at the end of a long day, you're like, I want to immediately relax. You can't do that. You got to take time into it. So the same thing as your muscles. All right, guys, bring it back in center. Give one more little pull on that knee. And then I'm going to have you guys stretch your legs out, and your arms are going to reach. Now, this is one, if you do want your hand weights, you can grab them. If you guys don't, you're just going to keep the arms stretched up here right above your chest. So the legs are stretching and lengthening out. Arms are here. Now, what's going on with your back? If you're like, yeah, it's arching up and you can fit your hands under it, I want you guys to push your belly down. So feel your back tuck, like your pelvis is tucking under. So your back is now pressing down on the floor. You should immediately feel from the core, those muscles are going to grip. From here, so you guys' legs are stretched out long, flex the toes, point the toes, like relax your feet, keep the belly pulled in, like somebody's standing above you, they've got a medicine ball, they're going to drop on your stomach, flex. Then lift straight up, crunch up, lower, back down. All it is a lift, like you're reaching the arms straight up from your collarbone, and then lower back down. It's not a crunch. I want you guys to think about the hips stretching out, the legs stretching out, the back is pushing down, and you're just lifting up and down. Now keep doing this thing, but now concentrate on your belly button. You're pulling your belly button up and in and back. So it's like if somebody had a really awesome Dyson vacuum, and it was situated underneath your shoulder blades, and it was attached to your belly button from the inside. This is sounding so stupid, but that's where you're pulling up and in from the abs. So it's not just like you're sucking your belly in, you're thinking about pulling the belly button up in and back to help engage all this stuff in your core. All right, enough of that. 15 more seconds. Mudge is looking at me, he's like, you idiot, you're such a moron. I know, Mudge, I know. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You guys are going to hold the crunch in 4, 3, 2, and 1. So sorry, hold that lift up. Now I want you to bring one knee in, hold the knee in like it's a little crunch. Right side, lengthen it back down. Other knee, pull it in, lengthen back down. So as you're doing this, the goal is to try to keep your head, neck, and shoulders up the whole entire time. If you need to take a second to drop the head down, please do it. But I want you guys to think about that pull under when we started off with those mountain climbers. This is similar, and you're tightening up and in. So every single time that knee pulls in, try to draw the belly button up and back deeper. We're helping to flatten those abs, so you're training your muscles right now to grow up and in. You've got a couple more on these. Knees pull, and extend, lengthen that hip, stretches back out. We're going to stay nice and slow and controlled. I want you to still concentrate on that back, stay nice and flat. Here's your last 12. Head gets to rest down. We're going to go into some leg drops in 7. So keep lengthening out the legs on that extension back down. In 4, head gets to drop down. In 3, if you guys have the weights, ditch them. In 2, and 1. So head goes down, arms go down. Newer students, bring your feet here into this tabletop, and that's where we're going to go. More advanced students, if you guys have been doing this, it's not your first rodeo, I want you guys to kick the legs up, pull the belly button back up and in, press the palms down onto your mat, and now lower the legs down so it's in that leg drop, lift the legs back up again. So finding that range of motion that's going to work for you. If that means your range of motion is here to here today, fantastic. If that means your range of motion is from the knees bent from here to here, equally fantastic. But I want you to try to think about your back pushing down, arms pushing down, legs are strong, so you're lowering down this one unit and then working to pull the abs up and in as those legs come back out. You've only got 10 more seconds right here, so just concentrate on that breath, stretching out your spine, your torso. 5, In 4, we're going to go for a little hip lift. In 3, if you have back injuries, you keep doing these and you do not do these hip lifts. In 2 and 1. So now my students that do not have back injuries, soften the knees a little bit. You can go into this position or a little catfish. Push the palms down, lift the hips up, lower back down. So you're trying to activate the lower abdominals, tightening in, up, back down. Again, if this is too much, you are either going to go into a full tabletop and concentrate that little lift and that drop, or you ignore all that and you go back into those leg drops. So make it work for you. Whatever you're doing with your legs, just think about trying to work to pull the abs in to help that little lift up. It's an advanced move. So if it's frustrating, that's good. If it does feel like it's pulling to your neck and your traps, don't do it. We're going to develop the core more, and then you can go into these. So just go to those leg drops or take a second. Happy baby. Something. Here's 5. Here's 4. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. So get that last one in. Good job, you guys. Pull the knees into your chest. Now give yourself a hug. Do a little rock left and right. So it's a little side to side on your lower back. And then we're going to extend ourselves up. This is another one if you guys want to grab those hand weights, go for it. But we're going to extend ourselves up. Head, neck, and shoulders are going to lift. Legs extend to a tabletop. And all tabletop is where the knees and the feet are in the same alignment. Like, you could balance a cup of coffee on your shins. The abs are pulled in, your back is still flat. If you got the hand weights, go ahead, grip them. We're going to crunch, lift up, exhale the air at the top of this thing, and then inhale, back down. Now the good news also, if I'm throwing you off with the breath, just make sure you are breathing at some point. In Pilates, there's no wrong way to breathe. It's not like yoga where it's like gotta go in a certain place. This is just something that's gonna help you facilitate the move to get that crunch. So for me personally, I have to exhale as I crunch, try to get all the air out. But if that is throwing you off, by all means, reverse the breath and then keep doing your best. And you're extending up and back down. So lengthening up, rounding in your spine too, you guys. It's good to get the crunch work in. I know there's also a lot of, I've got my certifications throughout all this nonsense in the fitness world, but there's that stretch. You're rounding in your spine as you lift up, pull the abs in, and then back down again. And that's what we'll do after this, a little bit of that work to help open up the hips. So you're working the adverse of those muscles. So right now, think about the shoulders pulling up with the abs. Back down. Think about the belly button pulling in tight as you crunch. Now, if you're able to take it up a notch, let's extend the legs as well. So when the upper body lifts up to crunch, legs lengthen out with you, and then you're right back down. If that's not working for you this afternoon, this evening, whatever time it is, you're going to go back to the regular crunch. Just keep on breathing and finding that nice length up through the arms and extend right back down again. You're almost out of this one. You guys have less than 15 seconds right here. We're going to go into a little bit of footwork, and then I promise we'll get that nice stretch eventually. But here's your last 10. Trying to kick the legs out for this next one, you guys, because it's going to be those little leg crisscross over left and right. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it. Now do that little crisscross. If you need to bring the knees tabletop, you can still do this. This is your modification. Or take a break, come back when you can. But you're strong in the core, strong in the legs. Now see if you can take it a little bit lower. So you're lengthening out. Pull the belly button in really tight. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders up a little bit more. Maybe you can go a little bit lower. Try to. Keep the back pushing down, point the toes. This is your 10. 9, a little bit lower. 8. In 7, you're out of this one. In 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pull the knees back in towards your chest. Awesome. Now turn the heels in, toes out. So you've got this froggy position with your legs with the V shape here. Pull the abs back in nice and tight, and then bring your hands out wide to your sides. So we're going to just hold the feet here. As you crunch, I want you to bring the hands to the outsides of your butt, and then lower back down again. Arms can either go to a T shape, or if you don't have that space, I'm going to stop in a V shape. So crunch, head, neck, and shoulders lift, and then lower back down again. So as you're crunching up, I want you to think of pulling the triceps in so intensely that if you had, what's something that's a good example? I guess I'll use a grape again. If you had, for some reason, a grape that was attached to your wrists. When you crunch and you pull the hands in towards where your legs are, I want you to crush the grip on the wrists and then lower it back down. So feel the triceps work. Pull the belly button up in nice and tight. We've got 8 more seconds here, and then we're going to add the legs to this thing. So right now those heels are still tightened in, touching at a plie first position. And in 2, when we crunch, let's add the kick. Here's your 1. So now you're going to kick the legs out, heels in, hands in, and then right back down again to that start. So extend, crunch, lengthen up. You're doing awesome. Back down again. So now we're gripping, find the inner thigh line, pulling in, and then back down again. You've got a couple more seconds on this, 15 to be exact, and then we'll go into that hip flexor stretch. So feel that pull, last 10. You're doing a really good job. Just breathe. Last 9. Final 8. In 7. In 6. 5. In 4. 3. 2. And 1. Good job. Bring the feet now down onto your mat, so drop the feet. Then let the knees open up nice and wide, and then press your palms onto where your knees are to open up the hips gently. So this is where I want you to start to feel your lower back start to lift up. So you can open up the collarbone. You can now space your hands underneath your back, and then either pushing gently on your knees to open up those hips. That'll be nice. Or you can just honestly do what's going to feel nice. Maybe the arms can stretch back out behind you. Maybe you want to cactus the arms to your sides, or just keep your hands on your core. Just breathe. So you're now finding that nicerness to open up the hips. The lower back can get a little stretchy. And then we'll go into a cat-cow stretch to help those muscles, to get those abs a nicer stretch. A couple more seconds right here. Big breath in through your nose. Exhale that air. Audible exhale. Let it go. Out through your mouth. That helps. I promise you guys, that breath helps. Another inhale. Fill up your lungs. Puff up your chest. Another exhale. One more time. Big breath in. And exhale. Let that air, let it all go. And then we're going to bring the knees together. So go ahead, bring the knees in towards one another. And then gently allow the hips and knees to drop over to one side. Give yourself that little stretch outside of your torso. And then go ahead, bring the feet and hips and knees drop over the other side. Another inhale. Another exhale. And then let's come back up. Bring your knees back in towards your chest. So give yourself a hug and then start to rock like a ball. This is where I want you all to think of your spine. So you're getting that traction through your spine, rounding up. And after you've got a couple of these ones in, or maybe you can't get enough of that help to come to seated position, just help yourself to come on up. And then we're going to bring our hands down and our knees down for a cat-cow. So palms pressed down just like you're about to go into a plank. Knees are underneath where your hips are. Round up into your spine. So you guys are pulling up. And then as you exhale, let your hips open up, let your butt pop out, let your belly drop. And then do that 2 more times. Round. And then exhale. Or find the breath, whatever's going to work for you. One more time. Round up through the spine. And then go back into that nicer opening up through the hips. And then we're going to take it into a little bit of work for the obliques from the kneeling position. So if you guys are like, this all sucks, just bring yourself down. You can either go into bicycle kicks. Actually, yeah, I don't want to do bicycle kicks, but you can also bring yourself down onto both of your forearms for it. So this one is called, everyone's got different names for it. We used to call it 808s, I don't know why, but it's a push-up with a side plank on each oblique. So it's going to feel awful, but you guys know your options to modify are take a child pose, or bicycle kicks, or something else that you would like to do. But we'll be in it for about a minute, and I will show you if you're confused or I don't know what we're talking about. So we're going to bring ourselves down, starting off with a regular full-on plank. So palms push down, legs extend back. So you're strong in your abs, and you are strong just holding this. After you guys are in your plank position, relax the shoulders. Let's go into a push-up. After you've done 1 or 2 push-ups, if you guys want more upper body, take the hand, put it underneath where your chest was. Open that arm, extend it up. Let's do a pulse lift up for 2, For 1, bring that palm back down, open up the arms, do either that 1 or that 2 push-ups, and then the other palm comes down, lengthen up the arm, pulse it up for 2, for 1, and then extend back again. Now, if you are not feeling the push-ups, I understand. You don't have to do that. You can just do that middle plank if you want to. If you guys want to do this from your knees, kneeling is going to be a nice way to modify, especially with these push-ups. So back is nice and strong, abs are nice and tight, and then you can just flip and do that side plank on that side with the knees stacked for those little pulses, and that will also help you as you're getting stronger to do the muscle work without straining your back. You gotta start somewhere, you guys. So just find that working for you, however it is, and know that there's less than 15 seconds for this sequence. Breathe and extend, and then open. Here is your last 7, last 6, in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So now you guys, you're kneeling. Everyone drop down onto your knees. Your palms are pressing down. Relax the shoulders a little bit. Hold the belly in tighter. Now we're going to take and bring our knees and shins up off the mat. So push down to the tops of your feet. Press up. So it's that little hold. 5. Bring the chin up. 4, 3. Arms are strong here. 2, 1. Drop the knees back down. Flex the toes. Point the toes. Push the tops of those feet. And then press back up again for 10. So the abs are in. Your quads are engaged. The shins are hopefully lifted up off of your mat. 4 more seconds, and we're going back down. 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees, point the toes, push on the toes for the stretch. Pop the tops of your feet back down, and then pop it on up. This is 15. So you're strong on the arms. You're pulling the backs of your wrists towards where those feet are pressing down. And breathe. Last 5. You're doing awesome, you guys. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop down to your knees. Walk yourself back, take it into that child's pose. So the arms stretch out and away, and those hips, you're seated your hips back onto where, do this like this. Stretch it out, just hold it. And then we're gonna go back up again for another in the plank series. But as always, child's pose, you can hold it as long as you want to, or you guys are welcome to go to the forearms and go to your knees. That's the number 1 modification for if you're especially new to learning planks. Knees and elbows. Even if you're more advanced, if you need a day to like chill, knees and elbows. But if you're still hanging out with me and a little bit more intense stuff, bring the palms down, lengthen the legs back out. So now you've got the palms pushing down, abs are in nice and tight. From this position, I want you guys to take the right foot and tap it to the right side. After you're on that right tap, bring the knee, pull it to the outside of that right elbow, tap the foot back down, then bring it back in. Same thing other side now. So tap the left foot outside. Hold it, pull the abs in, then pull the left knee to the outside of that elbow, bring the foot back down, tap it in. So it's a little press out, and then a pull, try not to let the upper body move, bring it back, then in. And again, this is one of those more advanced moves, so if everything is screaming at you right now, come down to your knees, come down to those forearms, and you are holding the whole time that very exciting elbow kneeling plank. But just try to keep doing your best. You're lifting up from that hip. You're tightening from that external oblique. Upper body is getting a workout for all of this. Matt, you want to add that push-up? Add that push-up. You can always put a push-up into this, but try to breathe. Pull through. For your last 20 seconds, it's almost over. Pull through. Tap. Abs are in tap. And 15. We're just going to go into that side knee to elbow pull. So you won't have to do these taps anymore. But that's not for another 8. In 7. Breaks are encouraged. Take them when you need them. 5, 4, 3, 2, and now 1. So just the knee pull to the outside knee. Trying to tap that elbow. And remember that breath. If the wrists start to feel funky, come down onto your forearms. Lift the hips a little higher if you feel like you're arching in your back. This is for 15. Try to keep the head up. I apologize, I'm always looking down because my timer is like right here, but I should lift it up. Here is your last 7, 6, 5. You can do it, you guys. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, drop it down to your elbows. Make sure that the forearms are pressing down, palms push down, and then push back through the heels, and then a little hinge forward. So it's not a chaturanga. It is a slight little hinge. Feel the triceps engage. Like imagine you have glue on the backs of your elbows. Pull your elbows down into that mat, closer to where your toes are. Now tighten your abs so your belly's pulled up and in, your back is nice and strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a child's pose. Hinge back onto those heels. Send the arms out and away, and just hold it. Good job, guys. Take a second hold. 5 more seconds. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. So now you guys, let's get off the wrist for a second here. Let's even do a quick wrist stretch. Take the palms. We're always texting and typing this. Take the palms, extend them out here. Settle the shoulders down. Lift back up and then switch, press through. So it's the difference in that flexion and that inflection. Another silly thing. Go ahead, drop the shoulders in sockets. Back up. If you guys have like a rubber band or a hair tie and you're ever like, stop so weird. Before you go to bed at night, before you get up in the morning, pressing out like this, like the opposite of your stress ball, will help these flexor muscles. So just know that's always a good thing to help, especially for you guys that are spending a ton of time typing and text, like all that stuff. So here. And it'll help with planks too, I promise. All right, kids, so now let's go ahead, come on up to our forearms. Not come on up, but go to your forearms. Bring the knees back down. So the elbows are pushing down, triceps are engaged, the abs are nice and tight. From this position, we're going to lift up one of those knees. So when we do it, you guys try not to arch down a ton. Try to think about keeping your back at that flat tabletop. You might need to walk the knees a little bit closer to your elbows. We're going to take one leg, lift it up, pull the heel in, then lengthen the leg. So you're just doing a single leg right here to lengthen out, stretch, and then pull in, point the toe, and then lengthen. Now if you're feeling really good and you want to stretch the other arm up, you can. I'm not going to do that today, but go for it. It's that pull through, point the toe, lengthen back. So I want you guys to try to feel the hamstring grip. Toe is pointed on this one for another 10 seconds. So we're going to keep the leg stretched out long. Keep the back at that nice flat tabletop. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull the leg out, flex the foot down, lift. So squeeze from the top part of your right butt. So like the smile line of that butt cheek, squeeze and lift. You're lengthening your spine out, push down through those elbows again. Here is your last, not even 15 seconds for this move. You know what, Alicia, Eileen, I'm so sorry. We're not going to do the resistance band today. I got my days mixed up. We did it yesterday, but if you got your resistance band, sorry guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, you guys. Drop that foot down, and then let's just do the other leg, get it over with. So the elbows are still pushed down. Lengthen out that left leg now, so point the tiptoe, and then pull in for that hamstring curl. So again, the abs are in. I keep arching it back, I'm not meaning to, but your back is nice and flat, and that leg is lengthening and stretching out. So triceps are engaged. Pull from that heel, lengthen back in. Try to pull the belly button up and in a little bit tighter. Try to release the trap, so if you do feel like this is in your neck, lift your hips a little bit higher. Maybe bring the elbows in a little bit more. Here's your 5. That leg is going to stretch out. We're going to flex the foot. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lengthen legs out. Flex the heel and then up. Squeeze. So you're stretching out through your spine. Your back is nice and strong. Your abs are in. That heel is flexed as you extend up. Squeeze and lift. 15 seconds. That's it. Keep on breathing. Here is your last on this move. 10, 8, 6. I promise the timer is going. Here's your 3. Keep pulling the abs in, you guys. 2 and 1. Drop it on down. Good. Bring it to the palms. Right leg, stretch it out. Pull back in. Left leg, stretch it out. Pull back in. So all we're doing is a stretch, lengthen out, and you're stretching. So tighten the abs as that leg extends out. You're pressing the palms down. There's one more on each of these legs. To stretch and lengthen out, that will press up into a downward facing dog. So get that last one on each leg. Tuck the tiptoes under, pop the hips up, drop the head down, good guys, and then bend the knee, little pedaling out, right knee and left knee, and then make your way back on down. If you guys have those hand weights, you're almost done. If y'all have the hand weights, go ahead and grab them. If you guys don't, I want you to make a fist, flex your muscles. You can either sit how I am onto my heels. If you guys want to do a kneeling position with the lift up, you can hold it here the whole time. But we're going to lengthen the arms out wide to our sides. Then you're going to flip, lengthen the arms out in front. So feel the rotation in through the shoulders, open the shoulders, and then rotate in, and then open right in front. So just extending out. Again, to make up muscle, you guys flex through the arms, you feel that stretch, and then that little flip, rotate in, little extension, rotate out. In 15 seconds, we're going to hold the arms right in front of our chest. So try to keep breathing. Try to keep that nice stretch so you're lifted up nice and tall. Here's your 5, 4, Mudge, I know you're judging me right now. 3, 2, and 1. So bring the arms out in front of you. Now you guys, little up an inch, down an inch. And again, you can stay seated back on to your heels if you want. But I want you to think from the backs of your shoulders. That's where you're pulling up from. It's 15 seconds to lift and extend right in front of the collarbone. So chest is up, core is tight. Here is your 8, 7. You're almost done, you guys. 6. In 5, in 4, 3, 2, 1. Flip the palms. So now you guys, your hands are in here. Do that right arm pull, lengthen it back, left arm pull, lengthen it back. You can also go to your tailbone for this. So if you want to sit on your tailbone and do that row pull, you're welcome to. But try to follow the movement. So as you pull from that elbow, I want to watch the elbow extend back. So actually twist. You're getting a little bit of that work throughout your torso, your waist. As you extend, twist, reach, find that twist, reach. Nice job, Kate. Good job, Michelle. Good job, Ayla. You guys are doing awesome. If you are still here, and if you're not, that's okay. You're doing awesome anyways. 15 more seconds, but Robin, you better be in here. I'm doing this for you. Here is your last 10 on these row pulls, and then we're going to pulse it back on each arm. Good job, Lindsay. Here is your 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse one elbow back. So just watch the elbow for 5. Other arm stretching in opposition. So you guys for 4. Like you're in the Hunger Games, you're Katniss for 2. And 1. Switch, pull back. Did you guys know there's a new Hunger Games book? Well, I was just on a Zoom meeting with my Rev peeps, and one of the instructors was like, there's a new Hunger Games, and he showed it to us. So, there's a new Hunger Games book, guys. 3, 2, 1. Both arms out in front. Open the arms out wide, and then pull back in front of your chest. So this is your hug a tree. You're extending, you're feeling the muscles in your, think about your chest, your pectorals, pull in from the arms, and again, you don't need weights to do it. You guys flex. Just please think about it as a forward pull and not something that you're going to arch your back. So if you feel you're going into it here, sit up taller, pull from here, and then open. We've got less than 20 seconds for this hug a tree. There's one pulse, a little stretching, and then I almost said Monday. Wednesday is yours. So open and extend. You're almost there. Proud of you guys. Mudge is over here. Very proud of you guys. So I'll show you guys Mudge. Well, I'll wait till it's over. Here's your 3. Brain. Here's your 2. 1. Hold the arms together. Now a little up and inch down. Squeeze the arms, you guys. Flex those muscles that y'all have. Here's your 10. So you're tightening in the arms. 8. Pull the abs in. 7. 6. Final 5. Bring the chin up. Good posture. 4. You're almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Yay! Shake out those arms and then hi. Go ahead, bring your feet together. So sit onto your butt. I promise Mudge has been being very nice and watching the whole time. So you guys bring your feet together. And yes, these are head socks. Hot doggy now. So bring the heels in and then press to open up one of your hips. And then do the other side. So just that little press to open. And this is another really good one for you guys that have tight hips. Just this little press out to open. Or you can even just push down on one side if that feels okay. Sometimes it doesn't. And then go ahead, switch to the other side. And then we're going to lengthen out just one of those legs, you guys, to the sides. So when you're ready, pick a leg. And then open up from that side to stretch it out. You going to help? Are you going to help? Oh, you're limping though. And then try to reach out for where that foot is. Just hold it. A couple more seconds here for 5. Good job, you guys. For 4. 3, 2, 1. Switch that foot. And then extend now, other side. And just reach and stretch. Wonderful.